It's none of that. It's the Queen of Gallia.
Yeah.
Okay, pin in that. We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it.
Toby asks point blank if Richard thinks the mother confessor is alive. And Richard tells him, look, I wasn't there, but a lot of people think so. And Toby isn't offering solid evidence to dispute this, so yeah, she's dead.
Yeah. He artfully says it, though. He's not like, yes, she's dead.
Not like I did?
Yeah. Well, no. I just mean that he's like, I wasn't here. I can't verify shit. Other people have said it.
Yeah. It's not me saying it. I don't have physical proof, but it happened.
And you...
most likely.
...aren't giving me even a solid reason to believe your fantasies about maybe why she could possibly be... You're just like, yeah, it would be really cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's just full of what ifs.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Toby, shit in one hand, and you know where this is going.
Yeah.
You've got better chances of catching poo than catching the confessor. So maybe give up, bud. Just saying. So at this point, Richard is frustrated. He accused Toby of using this speculation to gain special favor. Tactic change.
Yeah.
I called you in the room, and you're using your bullshit, which I didn't previously know about, to get this special meeting with me, so you're the bad guy.
Well, yeah.
What?
It was a very beautiful flip that he does here, because, yeah, he called him in, and he's saying that he's using this idea to make it like, here's something that could help you, and now you're going to be cool with me because I gave you something. But it's really just Richard's way of being like, yeah, this is what your end goal is, and I'm done hearing about it. Like,
right.
This is the way to, like,
now I know what you're all about.
It. Yeah. Even if that's not really the case, but he can, like, shut the book on it in front of everybody and be like, no, you're not going to do this.
And of course, we know he doesn't want him going after Kaylin anyway.
Yeah.
That's not the reason he's obviously going to give him, because she's quote-unquote dead and he's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, stop going down this path. Please, leave it the fuck alone. I've had 2 books of chaos because people won't leave shit alone. Just go away.
Yeah. I guess that's my point, is that Richard is like, he wants him to fucking stop, but unless he has a very good, solid, diplomatic fucking reason to say that, he can't really say that without looking like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because why would he care? He only cares if it's like this. You're using it in a way I don't like, so you're going to knock it off.
You're trying to do me a favor, so I'll give you a favor and put you above all of these other people. That's fucked up and very much against the rules that I just laid down. And if you continue, I am going to stab you.
Yeah. Stop looking for the dead lady, or else, bitch.
That's a warning.
Yeah.
It's good to have a warning. At least one. From a guy like Richard. Hey, just so you know, you're towing the line. Now you're warned. It's good to have that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what there was no warning for, though?
What?
It's the beer break. Right now. It's happening. It's happening.
It's here.
Yay. So today we have a beer called... No, I apologize. It's not a beer. It's a cider. And it's called Razzle Dazzle. And it's from Gravel Bottom Brewing Company in Ada.
It's very good.
Yes, it's very, very good. Some friends of ours invited us out there. That was some months ago now, I think. Mm-hmm. And I tried it. And you guys know that I'm a huge fan of raspberry. And it's very, very sweet. It's very, very crisp. It's less tart than like an apple cider, which I really like because I can put a lot of this away. And it's 6.5%. So you're good. Enjoy.
Yeah, you can have more than 1 or 2 and then, still have an okay night. Not be like in the floor.
And some people even describe it as sour, but I don't think, like, it's not that tart to me or sour. So
I think it's just the cider of it because it's definitely a cider. And that comes with having that little like
real fruit flavor.
Yeah, on the end. Like beer doesn't always have that when you have a fruit beer. So
I think got more of the hops and the bitter most of the time.
Right. So I think that's what people like pick up on. But it tastes good and I like it.
Yes, we do. I think we got a growler of this stuff to get through.
So I'm going to get a refill.
That's right. And we'll be back right after this. Hey guys, Nate here from All the Things, and I want to talk to you a little bit about 4 Acre Freedom. 4 Acre Freedom is a family-owned and operated one-stop shop for everything that you're probably already looking for. They've got great shirts and hoodies, and don't forget your beer koozies. Those are absolutely essential. We have some actually with the All the Things logo on it, and they look pretty amazing, just saying. They've got custom-made rings and jewelry, which Jade and I also have, and they are awesome. We posted them on Facebook if you guys wanted to get a better look at them. I am sure you're going to want to do that. They can do custom woodwork and signs, like if you want a grace or a quote, they have a thing that'll etch it all out on the wood so you get exactly what you want every single time. They do leather work, like if you want a custom sheath for your knife, do you need a new belt? They can do that too. I mean, you could put those two things together and probably make a baldric. Just saying. Sounds like a good idea to me. They also have farm-to-table bread, candies, and confections, which are delicious. I've tried them. I highly recommend. Look, here's the thing. Everything they do is of the best quality, and it's all literally handmade. The value is there. The quality is there. Everything they do is awesome. And you should check them out for yourself. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can check them out at 4acrefreedom.com. That's high quality, handmade.
And we're back. So, Toby makes the leave because he's uncomfortable at this point in the conversation.
He just got yelled at.
Yeah. He says that he's going to head back to the king at Nika Barisi, and Richard's like, no, that's not going to happen, buddy. I know that the old king is dead. Okay, I don't know how he found this information out. He's got little information runners, apparently. He knows that anybody who would be put in that position is going to be Toby's puppet. He's learned up on the fold a little bit, apparently, in the last day or so. So, the blood is going to be staying here in Aidendrill under his watch until they surrender. This is what I was talking about. He's not asking this guy if you surrender. He's saying, until you do. You're not getting an option.
You are here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Take the time you need, but we may stop serving you food, and we're definitely not going to leave your walls. So you're effectively on house arrest, but with armed guards outside your house.
And I mean, we know that cutting off food and trade and shit isn't out of the question, because that's what he was saying to do to the whole lands that are going to refuse to surrender.
If they decide no, then we're done with hospitality.
Yeah.
I think Richard might be implying that he'll let them leave. But then they're going to have to live with that choice. Like, go ahead, we will let you walk out of here alive, but then you're the enemy, so we might kill you.
Yeah, but I also think that while they're in the city waiting, like you were saying, in their palaces, they may not, like, they'll be isolated, like we all have been isolated recently.
Yeah.
But they won't have options like DoorDash or fucking Shipt, you know? Because Richard could blockade that. Maybe he wouldn't. He's not a terrible person.
They order Subway, and it's outside of the palace, and there's the 3 guards in front of the door, and he's like, excuse me, fellas, can I just sneak right past you here so I can get my sub? And then they're like, yeah, go ahead and grab it. And then they don't move.
Yeah.
They keep chest bumping him. Oh, where are you going, buddy? Oh.
And then they grab it and eat it.
Oh, like Pulp Fiction? What kind of drink is that? Sprite. And then he just crushes the whole thing in front of him.
So, anyways, Toby agrees, not that he had much of a fucking choice in the matter, but he freaks the Mord Sith out when he goes to reach for his knife, because apparently he was going to give it to Richard as a gesture of goodwill, as is a custom where he's from. But, yeah, the Mord Sith obviously were not about that.
No! Why would you pull a weapon in the presence of a man like this? When you're, again, surrounded in guard. Like, this isn't a case of he's an independent person somewhere else and it's a threat, like he might have the advantage. This is the absolute last place to pull your weapon. Okay, so, some years ago, I had to get our car inspected, right, for a driving test. And so I went to the court and I walked in there, and halfway between the door and the metal detector, I realized I had my pocket knife on me. And it's like 4 inches, something like that. So it's not huge, but definitely on the radar of things that you don't want to walk into a courtroom with. And I realized it was there. And as I realized it was there, I looked up, and one of the guards is looking at me. He saw me stop, like, as soon as I realized, and I looked super awkward. And I immediately caught his attention. He's like, what's going on? So I was like, hey, I just realized while my hands were up, like by my shoulders, that I have a knife in my pocket right here. And I rotated my hips and then pulled up like halfway up the shirt so I didn't have to look like I was reaching for it at all to show him that I had this thing and I just wanted to bring it out to the car. Turns out he was pretty cool. He's like, I can hang on to it for you. It's fine. Oh, shit. Awesome. Here you go. And then I went. That's not a place to do this with Richard.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't say anything beforehand. You just reached for a knife. Yeah, people are going to be jumpy with you, dude.
No, and, yeah. I feel like there are a lot of situations where if you're just reaching for something quickly, you could end up dead, with certain enforcement officers of one kind or another. So it's not, like, the Mord Sith are obviously very well trained and have very good discipline when it comes to their weapons.
Yeah, she didn't attack.
Yeah.
It came out and made the threat clear.
Yeah.
I'm about to do something, but they didn't.
Yeah. So he's just lucky that,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
has a happy Ageo finger.
I
That's
mean,
all.
a Geo finger. Happy Taysdo.
Oh.
Oh, got you just a little bit. Now you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Which I feel like the Mord Sith would probably be capable of.
Yeah.
I know that they're super strictly trained, so they probably wouldn't do little things like that. But then again, these people are free. They can kind of do what they want. So maybe just zap them a little bit to let them know.
I mean, a couple chapters ago, one of them just whipped out her Ageo and shoved it into the shoulder of a lower ranking guard because he was being a little mouthy with her. So.
Oh, yeah. So they will.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah. Just don't fucking test them. So in return for the knife, Toby requests a silver coin and Richard complies. And I was kind of like, I mean, it's your custom. Why do I gotta give you money?
That's a weird, yeah.
I get it. But I would kind of be like, I didn't ask you for shit. So don't ask me for shit.
Or what if you don't have money like that?
That's the only thing I was thinking.
Like,
he's just carrying it around. But I guess he did have money in his pocket when he was buying the honey buns, so.
He's had money since he came from the Palace of the Prophets.
Yeah.
Now, we know he's also Lord Rawl right now, so if he went to Dahara, I'm sure he's got a vault somewhere with shit in there, too. Richard's got money. Money's not the problem. But yeah, it's a weird thing where I'm going to give something to you, and you have to give something to me in return. Now, we know that this coin has the Palace of the Prophets on it.
Yep.
And that's why it happened. He's probably lying about this being a custom altogether.
That's what I was thinking, too, that he was just coming up with some reason. I guess, maybe that's why it's not that weird of a thing, but my brain is like, don't do that. Fuck him. Fuck his request.
Right? I'm not giving you shit. Get out of here. He's going to go out and tell all the other nobility that, yeah, I just hung out with Richard. He gave me money.
Yeah.
Start all that shit over again.
But before they actually leave the palace, Richard asks why they have a sorceress with them when the blood is not super fond of magic. Like, we know this.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you walking around with that lady? Richard is the second person that has now picked up on the fact that Lunetta is a sorceress without being told. So I just thought it was interesting that he called her out on that. He's just, like, he can feel it, too. We know he can kind of see things, like, in people's eyes and, like, their aura a little bit. So he just puts the question out there, and obviously Toby denies all that shit right away.
Oh, of course. Well, he denies that he hates magic.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, obviously you know she's got magic. I did like how Richard waited until this far into the conversation to bring it up.
Yeah.
I feel like he was probably trying to assess whether or not she was using magic right now and just getting like an overall picture, using big brain, figure out if she has magic, which he knows she does, what kind of magic she has and what they could possibly be using her for.
Yeah, you know,
because Richard doesn't really know yet.
It's very much like what Verna did with Dew when she first met her, and she was like chucking her magic at her kind of casually while they were walking.
Yeah, just trying to see what sticks and what doesn't. Yeah.
So Richard very well may have been doing the same thing. And you know what? Grandma Honey actually did the same thing, I think, too, because she went through that whole conversation with Brogan. She alluded to the fact that she knew right at first, but she waited till the very end to be like, I know what that bitch is.
Then she boldface accused her. Yeah. So maybe it's something to do with Lunetta's gift. Maybe it doesn't present itself as clearly as other gifts. I think that